everyone. I hope that everyone is well as we are now leading into this holiday stuff and everybody's busy. I haven't even been able to put up all of my content around the shorts, but when I did go back, I saw one of the families ask about New York and the rules around homeschooling in New York. So I actually put it together a whole presentation. I was going to put it on the website and, you know, basically sell it. But I just said, you know what? Let me just put it on the channel. I haven't been live with you guys. I've been building an app and trying to figure out how I want to launch a community of moms or, homeschool families overall. I don't want to leave any homeschooling dads out. And so I'm trying to get other things, other small pieces together so that we can really all ride this wave together. You guys know I'm Ms. Robinson. I am the founder and CEO of Reading for Smiles, which I started off as an after-school literacy program. So doing all of the things, helping students after school and on the weekends. I was working Monday through Saturday for years. And then we got down to Monday through Friday. And now I'm in the virtual space. And so I have created classes. I have like over 300 courses. And as a mom of 2 under 3, it's just been a little challenging on getting all the courses up. But there are a few up. And then all of the, too, I'm always sharing different activities and things of that nature that you can do. So if you look at the shorts, there's plenty. I'm going to have some more released if my little friends here allow me to record long enough to be able to put those up. And so I said, you know what? Today is Sunday. Let me go ahead. This presentation's been done. If I don't do it now, when I'm going to do it? And so I said, let me go ahead. So let me share with you guys this. Again, this is for those who live in New York. However, I'm going to say this because New York standards are pretty high. There's no shade to any other state. But I am going to say that if you can take what New York State is adding and apply it to your state, you're going to be good to go. You're going to be good to go. Like so many states, like I said, they're starting to change, right? Because the homeschool movement is growing. But if you live in Florida, California, Texas, Ohio, Tennessee, Idaho, and you take these elements and you build upon these elements for your home and your homeschool journey, you will be covered. While it pains me that New York has all these requirements, I'm also happy for it in the same token because it sets a standard, right? And then, whatever pathway your child goes after the journey, or even if it gets, interrupted. I saw inside some of the Facebook groups, some moms are like, you know what? I'm sending them back to school. This is a bit much. I got other things happening right now. And so trust me, I get it. 2025 has been a year. Okay. So sometimes we have to adjust. And so what you don't want to do is have your child feeling like they're behind when they rejoin traditional school, or, you don't want to feel like they're behind or whatever. Right. And so this is a way to keep up. This is a way to catch up. And this is a way to be clear about what your immense goals are. Now, I do have a course that I have. It's already done, y'all. I just need to put it up. I just need to do the recordings for it. But it's already done. Explaining how to plan your own curriculum. Whether you want to plan your own curriculum and use other sites like mine, Reading for Smiles or Time for Learning or anything like that. This way you are covered and you can use these on-demand virtual things to fill in the gaps. And if there's content that you want to teach specifically, I know, it's so funny. When you have people from all over the world, because that's how I look at New York, right? There's certain things that you want to teach about your culture and all of those things. You can do that and you can build lessons around it. So I'm showing that. right? And giving the tips on how to structure it so that it immenses in with social studies, ELA, the reading part, math, science. You can take the topic and literally place it in all of the content areas. It's just about how you want to do it. So anyway, so I kind of go through some of that. But let me get into this. So this workshop, impromptu, is for New York school home parents preparing to file their annual IHIP with their local school district. What I'm going to get in today is a step-by-step guidance to complete your IHIP confidently and correctly using practical tools and templates. I do actually have a template, or at least something that you can kind of work off of, but I'll show it. And then a workshop format. This is an interactive session. So, and I'm saying that because if you're live and you're watching this, you can ask questions, but also if you post some questions about it below, I will do my best to come back and answer it. But that's another reason why I want to form a community, because I just feel like everybody's time things is different. But if you post it in this one particular place, all of us can kind of answer from what our own understandings are. You know what I'm saying? And drop information that's research. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Let's get into it. So what is an IHIP? It is an individualized home instruction plan. It's your official homeschool plan for the year. You are required by New York State education law to submit this to your district within 14 days of starting your homeschool, or by July 1st annually. Your outlines of your educational approach, subjects, materials, and assessment methods. Not a curriculum is flexible framework showing you're meeting the state requirements. I think this thing is jumbling up on me on my text for display reasons. But anyway, what you need is the student information and grade level, the subjects you're going to carry over, what materials and resources you plan to use, which assessments you're going to use, your weekly schedule showing instructional hours, right? And so we're going to get a little deeper into that. Just give me 1 second. So I want to make sure I also have the template somewhere you guys can see. Oh, I got some people. Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday. So, all right. So for the New York State requirements, I'm looking for my form, you guys. Just give me 1 second, because I just opened it up on a PDF and I'm like, I want to share it so people could take a screenshot of it and build their own template. Or you can send me an email and I could send you this one too. It's not that big of a deal for me, right? I don't gatekeep. Let me just try to find it, because if I show it, then you guys can see it too. You know how when you're looking for something that everything wants to go all ham and you can't find what you're looking for? It's like that. Hold on, y'all. Video. It's a PDF computer. Child. Me and technology. You want to show me tips. I don't want no tips. I just want to be able to show the good people the form. Thank you. I think I got it, you guys. Because sometimes we all got to learn from a visual. All right. So here's a quick template, right? Here is the bundle. You put your child's name, the grade level, the school year, the subjects, your instructional plan, your quarterly report checklist here. When you're going to do it, like what's the end of your quarter based on what you're saying, when it was completed. Then part 3 here is the letter of intent. They want to know exactly when you're doing it, how it's going to go, just some of those extra little details. And that's fine, right? But we want to make sure we're given the right information. Now, this thing doesn't want to allow me to slide down, y'all, so I can show you the second part. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so this part here is a template for the letter that you have to send. And so you, of course, you can be crafty and come up with whatever you need to say. But this is the gist of it. So definitely screenshot this, pause the video, come back, rewind, all that good stuff so that you can do it. And then, of course, if you're connected to me and you have my email address, just ask me for it and I'll just send it to you. I might even build out a better looking one, to be honest. Just to be honest, this is a sample. Anyway, let me go back. Let's get back to this. Mommy? Okay. So the materials you're going to need is, you can go to the NYSED website or your school district's homepage. You can download their IHIP form, contact your local district. They may have their own, but again, if not, like I said, I have a template that's going to cover some of the same things. And I can look too, because I didn't see any updates. You're going to need your curriculum and resource list. So gather the names of textbooks, online programs, library sources, any materials you plan to use this year. Your homeschool schedule is a draft, a weekly schedule showing when you'll cover the subjects. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay. And it doesn't have to be every single day because you're turning it into the school, to the state. What it needs to do though is cover the minutes that New York State is looking for. And then don't fret, people. Remember, I have the ultimate homeschool planner that is on our website. So my planner covers all of this, because when I built it first, I was thinking of what do we all need, right, to be in compliance, because that's the one thing that you want to get off of your back, making sure you are in compliance. Then when you do have this, keep copies, save it, put it in a binder, put it in a new folder on Google Drive. Keep all your stuff for the state in one place. Make it easy for yourself. All right, so creating your academic plan. Here's this. For K-6, the focus points are reading, writing, spelling, mathematics, science, social studies, visual arts, music, physical education, and health. And then for grades 7 and 8, it's English, mathematics, science, social studies, including U.S. New York history. That's very, very important, you guys. Each state requires for you to do history lessons on that state. PE, health, art and music, practical arts, career and exploration. And then for the high schoolers, your English, social studies, U.S. history, government, and economics. You have to at least do 3 years worth of math and science, physical ed, all 4 years, health, art and music, foreign language, career tech, and sequences and stuff. So inside the planner, because like I said, New York is a different place. And if you live in New York City, we're even more different, right? Because in New York City, we also have our volunteer hours. We have the extracurricular activities, things of that nature. And so you can still do all of those things even with homeschooling and track it. And that's why I built them inside the planner. And hopefully, God willing, crossing fingers, this other project that I'm building out, you'll be able to track even the career choices and college interests that your child may have. Even if they do that or go into entrepreneurship, I'm telling you, I put everything from my soul into that thing, because I was like, let me lay this out. This way it's something simple that people can follow and see. For each subject, briefly describe your teaching method and list 2 to 4 specific resources. You do not need to elaborate a description too much. Just keep it simple and clear. That's it. And so, example, mathematics. Students will develop computational skills and problem-solving abilities through daily lessons and hands-on activities. Math CU, curriculum, Khan Academy. You guys, I stand by Khan Academy. I have my own literacy company, and I still stand with Khan Academy because I didn't always do math. So before I was doing math, I always told my parents to go ahead and do Khan Academy for extra math practice. And then during the pandemic, they stepped it up and brought more content into their vault box. And they were completely free. And I believe they still are free. They take donations though. Math manipulatives, real world application through cooking and budgeting projects. And so we all got to cook every day, right? We're cooking something. I don't care. Even if you meal prep, you were cooking something. So if the kids are a part of that, that's something that counts. You take them with you to the supermarket and you're teaching them about budgeting, saving and stuff of that nature. That's still a part of their math, and that's a part of a home project. Do not underestimate the daily things that we do and the connection that it has on learning. Which is why I put the trackers together, because I said, no, you know what? I know me. I need to document every move that we make so I can say, no, we did this already. Next, here is a sample of a schedule. Listen, because there's so many people that have so many feelings about schedule. Before I even get into this, let me tell you this. Schedule your schooling and your life the best way that fits your family. It does not have to be 5 days a week. It does not have to only happen Monday through Friday. I'll say that again. It does not have to happen all 5 days a week, and it does not have to be just Monday through Friday. There are plenty of families who do their homeschooling on the weekends because they work during the week, and so someone else is with their children. There are people who have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. There are some people who just teach on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They supplement with online learning. You got to do what works for you, your family, and your budget. Okay? That's how I look at it. But my only thing to everybody is to track all of the things. So anyway, if you do the Monday through Friday structure, you can do 9 to 9:30 as a morning meeting or a calendar, read aloud. 9:30 to 10:30, do math. 10:30 to 11:30, language arts. Again, people, please do not come for me in the comments. I said this is a sample. When you have the younger people like I do, then you know that you might not get them for that full hour. You're going to get a good 20 to 30 minutes on it. Depends on the child, right? There's certain things when it comes to math, my son can sit there for a good 45 minutes. There's stuff when it comes to the letters and phonics and stuff, then I break it up to about 20 minutes. And we can do it multiple times a day because he's small, and also because I don't have all of these other requirements sitting on my back because he's so young. However, when he's at that stage, I wouldn't change that, because I'm going to go by what he is capable of doing and what he needs in that moment. All right. And so there's that. Then you look at this screenshot and make your own thing. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. All right. Then here is the system to review and set forth. Hold on, you guys, because I'm trying to see. I'm getting phone calls and everything. You know, everybody want to call you when you live. Make it make sense. This is real life motherhood. Hold on. So you're going to review your complete IHIP. You're going to check everything that's required, that you have all the subjects and how many minutes that you're going to teach them. You want to make sure that it adds up to that time frame. You're going to proofread everything for clarity. You're going to make copies of it. You're going to submit to your district. You'll wait to get approved. It's usually like 10 to 14 business days. And then after that, you start homeschooling, right? Just go ahead and start. Technically, for me, I would start it before that, but you know, to each his own, to each his own. I hate sitting in some of these groups because people are like, you need to do it this way. You need to do what's best to work for you. Don't let anybody get in your head about it, because no one is in your home. No one knows what your responsibilities are and, what things you got to do. So, if we're talking about the content, that's a different conversation. But how you schedule it to the best of your ability and to your family's rhythm. I stand on that. Then for tracking and progress, there are some requirements here in New York. You got to submit 4 quarterly reports throughout the school year to the district. They're usually due every 10 to 12 weeks. Just check with your district to make sure on the dates. Each report should include the hours of instruction, description of materials covered, and evaluation of student progress. I will also say, check with your district if they are okay with showing student work as your proof of evaluation. Check with your district. And that goes across the board. That doesn't even matter if you're in New York. Just check with your district. Because sometimes student work can show more information to you than a standardized test, right? And that's just the truth, because some people are not that. Like, I wasn't a great test taker, but I was a great writer. And so the writing always got me through when it came to doing the essays as a kid. Definitely keep all of your stuff together. And that's why I put the Ultimate Homeschool Planner together, so that it's easier for you to keep these things organized and tracked. Just write it in. You can write it in, fill it in, type it in, save it, scan it, and just go on. Just go on. There are some annual assessments, and those are required by the end of the year. Again, double check everything with your local districts. You see, I have put here portfolio review, because there's some people who can get away with the portfolio review. So just, this thing keeps changing. And like I said, more families that keep getting involved with homeschool. I feel like they just keep updating it. Like, we're losing the kids. Here's a requirement. No. But yeah. But if you get the planner, or it doesn't even have to be my planner, y'all. Just get a planner and track everything. My planner makes it easier for you, but because I have everything, and I have a video on here that you can go back and watch and see how detailed my planner is. It's also linked in the description here, and it will save you the headaches, because you have all the papers there to just keep track. Like, oh, this is what we're doing today. Da 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 da. Write it in and be done. You don't want to be scrambling at the ends. Not at all. I'm trying to prevent that. We got enough going on as moms. We don't need the extra chaos. So here's some other quick questions, right? Like the FAQs. What if you want to change the curriculum mid-year? You could absolutely do that. Just document what you're actually using in the quarterly reports, and major changes could be communicated through an amended IHIP if needed. Do I need to include every single book we read? No. General categories are fine. You can say library books on ancient civilizations, historical fiction novels, rather than listing every title. But for me, because, I don't know, is that part type A, quote unquote? I would probably list, I would have a list, because I would know what books is in my little home library here. What if my district rejects my form? This is rare, but it happens. They must tell you specifically what needs to be changed and address their concerns, and resubmit it is usually a simple fix. So yeah, do not let anyone be like, oh, we didn't know, we don't understand, or something like that. You get it. What's the matter? You guys know I have a little baby too, so there's that. They're allowing me to spend some time with y'all online real quick. Can I homeschool multiple children with one IHIP? No. Each child is going to need their own individual plan, even if you're teaching them together. But you can just use similar formats and descriptions. Don't be fooled, y'all. Y'all know we need to copy and paste when we need to copy and paste. And then obviously find books that are in the same topics, but just at that child's age level if there's a big age gap, right? And we could talk about that furthermore. Maybe I should do something on that too. So that's it. That's it. That's all I wanted to share with y'all. Get yourself a homeschool planner like mine. You can draft your IHIP. If I would say this, because I had did the whole series from standards to smiles, you can kind of even pull from there with the ELA stuff, things that your child needs to do. Just map those things out into the plan, and you could be already done for next year's school plan. You know what I'm saying? You could already plan this out, because you know what they need at each grade level. So don't overwhelm yourself or anything like that. You can take it how you want to take it. Go slow, or just build the whole thing out and say this is the path that we're on, and do tweaks as we go through the time. You know what I'm saying? But there's that. And so I hope that information helped you guys and provided some insight. Again, thank y'all for being a part of the live, those that was able to come in. If you have questions, post them down below, and you can get the planner from the description. All right. Hopefully I'll come back with some more shorts and stuff like that. That's my plan. They're done, y'all. I just need to record them. And I will see you guys in the next video.